Okay, so it's May 3rd, 2020, right? I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to call this one, You've Given Me Evidence. And then, oh my God. Infringing on federal trademarks. 2 of them. Okay? In regards to this evidence, people, if you're wondering why I've done the last, 3 videos in terms of the so-called Julian Nuggets, it's only because I'm still being gang-stalked by a sister. Okay? I haven't really been saying too much about it because I've got other things to do, people. Alright? You know what I'm saying? And this girl obviously has a mental illness because she uses multiple user accounts. It's amazing she can even keep track for the number of fake user accounts that she has. Or, impersonating other people and taking over their accounts. That's well documented as well. Through the Freddy, now she's using her dead brother's YouTube page to, post videos, right, in terms of drawing attention to herself because she's clout seeking, people, okay? She's attaching herself based on her brother's activities, right? How he imported himself into my family. That man came from Alberta, came over here, somehow ended up in Surrey, and then somehow met ShaMay. He was the 3rd person, people, that she dated. She had her kissing boyfriend, and she had Freddie for 5 years, people. Okay? And then somehow, some way, she met Julian. And she used to go on about, oh, it's funny that I'm dating a black man because I'm not attracted to black men. But for whatever reason, she hooked up with Julian. Now, let's keep in mind when Julian met ShaMay, he was working a legitimate job, people. I have his hammer. It's in my house, okay? He was in construction. But somehow, some way, he hit his thumb, and then he tried to get disability because he couldn't use his thumb anymore, his hand, because of his thumb. Right? And then, I don't know, people, somehow he met people out here. But you see, he ran away from Alberta from trouble. So whatever trouble he had, he already had it before he got out here. Of course, his sister won't tell you that, because that's their dirty secret. That's the skeletons in their closet. Right? So, after he hit his thumb, and he said he couldn't work anymore, I guess that's when he started selling drugs, people. The only thing is, it was kept from me. I didn't know. Because I was told that he was working in a warehouse late at night in IKEA. Because I'd ask, why is he, always working so late in the evenings? Right? Oh, because he's working in the warehouse in IKEA. Okay, well, what am I supposed to say? Right? So anyway, we know what happened, people. Okay? We know why I filed the notice of civil claim. That is the priority, okay? But for whatever reason, Julian's sister seems to think that she can stalk my family, right? And make threats to post nude pictures of ShaMay on the internet as if that's going to stop me from talking about what's happened to my family, people. My daughter, people. My grandson, people. My children. My other grandchildren. Families and friends, people. Okay, people? So, being that Julian's sister has given me evidence in regards to how serial killers like to collect mementos of their kill. It doesn't have to be cutting off a finger and putting the finger in a box and saving it in the freezer. It could be simply a picture of breasts exposed when somebody is laying down dead on a couch. Because that's how we were informed of ShaMay not responding. Now, I didn't see that, people, but Tisha did. Because when Julian walked down the hall, he walked, people. He didn't run. He didn't scream out, call 911. He walked to Tisha's room. He stood in the doorway and he said, oh, ShaMay's not responding. And then he stepped back and he let Tisha run past him and then down the hall. So by the time she got to ShaMay, laying on the futon with her shirt pulled up over her breasts so that they're exposed, tells me it reinforces even more what I believe to be true. Because we were here, people. Right? I was downstairs a minute later, but by the time I got down there, Tisha had pulled down ShaMay's tank top. But you see, her tank top had been changed, okay? Because in her last Snapchat, she had on her black one. And she had on that one at 6 o'clock in the morning when her phone was buzzing. Because he was saying, scratch, scratch, let me in. I'm coming to the house. I have no place to go because my mommy's house got robbed and I'm hiding out at your house. So let me hide out today because I need to sleep. Because I've been running the streets all night long with no place to go. So she let him in. She let him in at what, 6:30? I heard her in Tisha's room, people, singing to the baby. Why was ShaMay at 6:30 in the room, at 6:30 in the morning in Tisha's room, singing to the baby? I heard Tisha come in at 7. I heard the girls talk in Tisha's room together for 1 hour until 8 o'clock, people. I was converting over a video. I did a video at 5:30 in the morning, people, on the day that my daughter was murdered. Okay? And I was converting over that video. And as I was converting over that video, I heard ShaMay singing in Tisha's room. I heard the girls talking for 1 hour in Tisha's room. Awfully odd. And then ShaMay goes straight from Tisha's room into the living room to get some sleep. She didn't crawl into bed with Julian. She was just letting Julian hide out because she was feeling sorry for him and she was hoping that he would change his ways. Fentanyl is that fast, people. Come with it on your thumb, the grain of salt, and let me rub it into your eyes. Let me just push it up into your mouth. Let me stick my finger up your fucking nose and see how long you last. That is just one example in how to introduce fentanyl into the body. You could sprinkle it on some food. You could put it into some water. You could fucking lace a cigarette. For all we know, that cigarette that she was smoking could have been laced, people. Something was laced. Something was hot capped. And anyone with any fucking game knows what hot capping means. I have it on video with standing outside with that dirty fucking cop sitting there carrying on with his little funky conversation with me, right? As Ciera's supposedly laying dead behind a door frame, talking about, oh yeah, we do have fentanyl fucking hot capping out here. You're right. Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah, people are being murdered out here with fentanyl, but we just don't do shit about it. No, we don't do shit about it. We just acknowledge that it happens. But we don't do shit about it. So nothing stops these people from doing it. But you see, the thing is, the people that like to fucking do shit like this, they like their mementos. Get back on track. Okay? And the track is, by the time Tisha got to ShaMay, laying dead people, on that futon, with her shirt pulled up after it had been changed, her breasts were exposed. But if we notice, Tamika's running around with Julian, a.k.a. Bobby Flint's phone, right? With ShaMay's breasts. With the shirt pulled up. And being that it's a white shirt up there, for all I know, it could be the one that was taken on the day that she was laying on the couch. Point is that he had a picture of how he fucking left her posed. Specifically posed, people, so that when Tisha got to her, she would be in shock. And he stood there and he fucking watched. He watched everybody's faces for our reactions to the deeds that he had done to my daughter. As cops will fucking acknowledge that it's happening, but won't do shit about it because they're not thinking about the human being that got hot capped, aka murdered, with fentanyl. They're thinking about what they can take out of those bodies after the fact and sell them on the black market, people. And this is what I get harassed for speaking out about that type of criminal activity, which is a very heinous crime, because it allows people to target people, to harass people, to stalk people, right? To do all those things until somebody is dead and somebody else can capitalize off of it. And being that I did file an official notice of civil claim, thank you very much for giving me the evidence that I fucking needed and that I have been saying all this time what Julian had done after the fact. I knew he had fucking pictures like that, people, because it was in his character. So the next time you look at that picture or any similar picture like that, you just remember it was a memento for what he had done to ShaMay. And then he stood back and he watched the carnage unfold, thinking that he could capitalize and get the baby and put his ass on fucking welfare when he got him, and then get himself a nice little fucking crib, you know, so he could sell his drugs and play some other bitch. That would be stupid. That would want to rescue Julian. ShaMay should have been focusing on rescuing herself versus rescuing Julian. Right? So thank you. Thank you. That's like the nail in the fucking coffin, in my opinion. May 2nd, 2020.
Sickening.
I got Uzis and AKs aplenty. I got
catch this, wait. Okay, people. You can hear Mario in the background. He's playing with his toys. So today I was talking to Tisha, right? And I was talking to Tisha about crying for ShaMay. And you know, people, I haven't cried yet. You know, how can I? Oh wait, look. And scene. I don't care, Tamika. I'm going blind, don't you get it? I wish it was a mason jar because she doesn't own cups.
Love someone.
I'm just gonna fucking put this shit on my lip. It's a purple day today. It's purple, period. You know. Wait, pause. Look. Who am I? You see, people, ShaMay was murdered in her own home. Even though medical reports from 2017, she told the doctor that she wanted to kill herself. But I didn't see the signs. 'Cause I'm Judy. And I'm just a shit mother.
Okay, people, so now it's May 1st, 2020. You can see what I'm doing with Andre. He went to go take a bath. He started wiping himself with his dirty hands. And I'm like, Andre, you can't do that. So anyway, he changed his clothes, but he's decided he wants a bath. So he helped make those. So we're going to start doing stuff like this more often. And then here is that chicken fat. And what I'm doing right now, people, is I'm cutting it up into smaller pieces, and I'm rendering it at 225. At 225, I'm going to render it, which means I'm going to melt it down. And then once it's all melted, I may put them into ice cube trays and freeze the lard, and then keep the lard frozen and take out a cube at a time, or I'll see how much is there. So hold on. So yeah, basically if you, oops, see that one I didn't cut. You don't really want them like that. You want them in smaller pieces. It renders better, right? And you want it on a low heat, and it will do it like for hours. Hours and hours and hours. Yeah. Just cooking on low for now. Alright. Andre wants to learn to be a chef, so I guess it's time to get on teaching him how. Aren't those just lovely? So we just put a little bit of barbecue sauce on there, and then